What's going on, everybody? Today's July 11th. Happy Monday. Ross Woodard here. Um, and today I wanted to talk about the chapter I read from the Love Dare. Day 2, the topic is Love is Kind. And it says, Kindness is love in action. And then there's a Bible verse, Proverbs chapter 3, 3 and 4, says, Do not let kindness and truth leave you. Bind them around your neck, write them on a tablet of your heart, so you will find favor and good name in the sight of God and man. Um, so it goes in and it talks about, basically I'm just going to talk about the four core ingredients to kindness. The first one is initiative. It says there is no request needed to be kind. As a kind husband, you should be the first one to greet your spouse, to smile, the first one to serve, and the first one to forgive. That really hit home with me because you don't need to wait around. Just go ahead and be the first to do all those things. The second one is gentleness. It says, be careful how you treat your spouse and never be harsh. You should be sensitive. And then if you need to say hard things, make sure to bend over backwards to make it as easy as possible for them to hear. You should speak the truth in love. So there always comes a moment where you have to say hard things to your spouse, but this is basically saying find a way, you know, bend over backwards to find a way to make it as easy as possible for them to actually hear you, because we all know when you start just going crazy and berserk and yelling, your spouse is not going to hear you. So find a way for them to hear you when you have to say hard things. Um, the third one is helpfulness. It says meet the needs of the moment. You need to meet the needs of the moment. So if there's housework to be done, get busy. If your spouse, if there's something going on and you need to have a listening ear, then give it. It says, you should find your spouse's needs and then step up to meet them. So I should find Autumn's needs and then step up to meet them. That really hits home with me because it just does. I mean, when there's stuff to be done, sometimes I don't want to get off the couch. Sometimes I don't want to get out of bed. But you need to do it. You need to meet the needs of that moment. And then the fourth one is willingness. It says be agreeable. Be flexible instead of stubborn. Look for creative ways to accommodate and adjust. So, and then it says a kind husband ends thousands of potential arguments by his willingness to listen first rather than to demand his way. So you can, I can end thousands of potential arguments by just be willing to listen first instead of demanding my way and progressing into an argument that really doesn't need to happen. Um, and so these four core ingredients all make up what kindness truly is. And, you know, um, I'll end with this. This says, love determines to show thoughtful actions even when there seems to be no reward. So you need to show love um, through your actions, through thoughtful actions, even when there seems to be no reward. And then it says you'll never learn to love until you learn to demonstrate kindness first. So demonstrate kindness. And the dare today to go back, the last dare was to not be negative. Say nothing negative to your spouse. And then today's is to do one expected gesture as an act of kindness. I've already done one, and I plan to do a couple more and continue to do one every single day. Do one unexpected gesture as an act of kindness. It's kind of funny because I was just listening to um, Tony Evans. He has a YouTube video called "Love Your Wife," loving your wife, something like that. And he says it's just the simple little things that you can do. It's not all about spending money, but simple things, whether it's leaving a note or, making sure you tell your wife that she's beautiful on her way out the door. So be more aware of just be kind. I mean, find ways to be kind. It's not hard, but things that are easy to do are also easy not to do. But when you do them, they actually go a long way. So have a great day, guys. Very excited about this week. It's going to be a great week, and look forward to talking to you soon.
Hey guys, so today Ross and I are making our videos separately, and then I'm just going to combine them into one video, and that way you're still getting to hear from both of us at the same time. We just didn't record our videos at the same time. But so you've already heard from him, and I think that everything he said pretty much made up for anything I was going to say. So I am going to talk about what I'm learning in the Kingdom Woman and just the message that I feel like God has been putting in my heart lately. Sorry about the screaming child in the background. Mom life. So I am on chapter 6 of the Kingdom Woman. I just finished chapter 5 today, and it was, yesterday's was about being a woman of commitment, and you gotta being committed to God and His Word, and just believing in what He says and who He says you are in Him, even when times are really hard. And then today was about being a woman of faith and the kind of faith that a kingdom woman has. And I left to run some errands a second ago, and I put on Joel Osteen radio in the Sirius XM, and his message was about having the faith through all the hard times whenever you can't see God moving in your life, but believing that He's still working and expecting the miracle to come. And so that's what I want to talk about, because I feel like that's just what I feel like it's so relevant to my life right now, and I'm sure it is to many of you out there. And so if you're having or going through a hard time right now, I just want you to know that God meets you at the level of your expectation. So if you're expecting bad things and you're being negative, you're not expecting anything good to come out of it, then that's what you're going to probably get, because God wants to bring favor and blessing into our lives, but only when we're expecting that of Him. When we know that even though, things are really hard right now, maybe you're financially just incapable of paying your bills, or you're just struggling every month to make ends meet, or maybe you're just lost, or you feel confused about what it is you want to do with your life. Maybe you haven't found your purpose, so you feel like you're just kind of dabbling with whatever it is you're doing. And I just want you to know that God has a plan for you, and He has so many blessings that He wants to pour into your life. You just got to have the faith that it's going to happen. And
Mommy, open.
no, we can't open that. Let me see it. So it's just about your faith and how much faith you have. And I know, I'm sure that some of you watching this are, you might not even be really on a spiritual journey at all, or maybe you're not really familiar with anything the Bible says, or maybe you're really turned off to the whole concept of Christianity just because of the things that are going on in the world today. But I just want to encourage you and tell you that don't believe everything that you hear and that everything you see, because until you choose to dive into the Word yourself and to truly even just research the Bible and Jesus and all that, your opinion, and to me, is invalid. It doesn't matter, because unless you've put yourself in the situation and truly pursued a relationship with God, then you probably anything that I'm trying to say might come across the wrong way, or you might receive it in a different way than what I'm hoping you do. But that's the way I try to live my life. I don't try to judge anybody or be critical of anyone if I haven't walked in their shoes. And the truth is, I haven't walked in anyone else's shoes but my own. So I have no right to place judgment on anybody, and I have no intention of putting judgment on anyone, because I know the skeletons I keep in my closet, and so that's really why Ross and I just felt led to do this in the first place, because I think that today in society we try so hard on social media to just make it look like we have it together, and we're just only showing people our highlights, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, I think that we should be positive, and I'm I will never be negative on social media. Even when we're going through hard times, I'll never just complain, because that's not helping anybody's situation. But I just believe that right now there's a lot of people going through a time where they just don't really know where to turn or what to do, and so I just want to invite you to join us on this journey. And if you have a prayer request, please let us know, because I truly believe that the only way we can ever fix ourselves is by having an outward focus and focusing on how we can help other people as well. And that's another message I keep getting and keep reading or hearing about, is just how we can share our struggles to relate with other people, because other people may be experiencing the exact same thing that Ross and I are going through. And we will get to a point eventually where we'll share more details about what's been going on, but right now it's still so new and so fresh that we have to be careful about what we're putting out there, because right now we're really just focusing on pursuing a relationship with Christ, and just developing in that. And if you want a book to read, The Love Dare is awesome, and I really think that would be good to read even if you're single, because it really can just be applied to any relationship in your life, and just as a person in general, practicing the fruits of the Spirit, and love, what love is, and all that. So The Kingdom Woman is also really good. I love that it says in every chapter there's at least one sentence that talks about a relationship versus religion, and I feel like I'm a little against the whole religious, organized religion. Just what? Hold on. Yes, I see it. Just because I think that Christians have created this negative reputation, pretty much because of the way we've acted in certain situations, and how we've been so judgmental towards people, when I have no way of saying that someone who is gay is in the wrong, because I've never experienced, I don't know what it feels like to be attracted to the same sex. And so who would I be to say that just because maybe you are, that you're wrong for that? I mean, I just think that what we need to do is focus on loving people regardless of anything else, because that's what Jesus did when he was here. That's all he did. He loved people, and especially the outcasts and the people that everyone else refused to accept. That's what Jesus did, was accept all of those people. So, I mean, if we're being real about it, I think that we've made a mistake as Christians, and we've gotten a little bit up on this high horse, and I think everyone needs to come back down to earth and realize and remember your past and the things that you've done, and then go out and love on people and stop judging them or criticizing them. So anyway, that's all for today. Well, we might maybe have something later on if God, if we feel like there's something we need to share, but I appreciate everyone watching, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. So hope everyone has an amazing Monday and a great week. Bye.